Today I'm going to tell you how to get a discount on a new car using only the internet, and I will also explain the principles that the Canadian car sales market is based on. Let's go! Hi everybody, my name is Dmitry. I'm the founder of vindeals, a free internet service that helps Canadian car buyers who hate price negotiations with a salesman to get the best possible price online on the car they want to buy. How often after you buy a car can you say with certainty that the price you paid was the lowest possible? How long was your inner voice then asking you, what if I could get an even bigger discount? In today's video I'm going to tell you how you can get a discount on a new car. I'm going to show you how to get the discounts through the internet without having engaged in any personal negotiations with the car salesman. And be sure that the price you received is the best available in your city at the time of the purchase. First, let's look at what the standard process of buying a new car in Canada looks like. We all start with a decision that we, for whatever reason, need a new car. After that, we begin the research phase. It can be watching and reading car reviews or friends and family recommendations. Having found a car that meets our requirements, we go to the dealership for a test drive. If we like the car, we negotiate the maximum possible discount. After we come to an agreement on the price, we finalize the deal and sign the documents. In the last stage, we are asked to leave a deposit, usually $500, to secure the deal under our name. After that, we pick up the car when it's ready. On paper, this process looks very simple and easy, but in reality, most Canadian car buyers at the very end look like this. Yes, technically you're the winner, but do you really want to feel like this when making such a big purchase, which the purchase of a new car undoubtedly is? Why does this happen? In most cases, the reason is the stage, price negotiation. According to polls, more than half of car buyers in Canada say that the price negotiation with a salesman is the most stressful and the worst part of the overall car buying process. But buyers still engage in price negotiation because they don't believe in fixed prices, and they feel that negotiation is the only way to get a fair price for a car. Having this, let's call it, fear of personal negotiation with a salesman, buyers prefer to communicate with salespeople remotely by phone or via the internet. But here, buyers face another problem. None of the salespeople are willing to discuss a real discount on the car via the internet. The reason for this can be understood if you understand the principles of the work of car salesmen. You need to understand that the salesman has two main tasks. First, to make a sale, even if it's for the lowest profit or no profit at all, and second, to minimize or eliminate the risk that you will buy a car from their competitors. These two goals always come together, and therefore an experienced car salesman will never start discussing a discount until he gets a confirmation of your commitment to buy the car now and buy it from him. If you have experience in dealing with car dealerships before, then you may remember that if you ask about a discount, you always hear the question from the salesman, will you buy the car now? And no one wants to discuss the price if you say that you are not sure or answer no. The reason for this is that the dealership does not want to give you its price offer, and even more so in the form of some official paper, because they understand that you will most likely, with these numbers, go to their competitors, and the chance that you will come back to them statistically very low. I personally participated in an experiment when the dealership where I work decided to become more customer friendly for 2 months. We decided not to put pressure on customers, let them go if they decided to leave and didn't want to close the deal that day, and also give them a printout with our prices and discounts. The idea was to be favorably different compared to other dealerships which work aggressively in the old way. The paradox of the situation was that our sales grew insignificantly, but our competitors' sales growth skyrocketed and even allowed them to knock us out of the first place in our region for the first time in a month. All those customers that we let go just went over to our competitors, and since they had our prices in their hands with our logo and our contact information, our competitors need only to beat the price just by $1, even if it meant taking a small loss. Our management evaluated the results and for obvious reasons ended the experiment and returned to the old rules. Do not give customers prices unless they buy the car now. And that is a situation when you as a buyer are physically here in the dealership. When it comes to online price negotiation, it's way worse. I hope you now understand why when you email a dealership asking for a discount, instead of numbers, you get a reply inviting you to come to the dealership and discuss it personally. This is one of the first and main rules you learn when starting a job as a car salesman. Never try to sell a car over the internet. Make an appointment, bring the customer to a dealership, and sell the car there. And it creates a vicious circle. Customers say, give me a discount, then I will come. And salespeople respond with, come first, then we'll give you the discount. The paradox of the situation is that both parties actually want the same thing. But because of distrust, neither party wants to take the first step and ask the other side to take it. But the one who takes this first step is always exposed to a greater risk. If I'm a salesman, I don't want to give you my best offer until you agree that you will buy a car from me. But if I'm a buyer, how can I agree to buy a car not knowing what your best offer will be? And where is the guarantee that your best offer will be better than that of another dealer? This is impossible to know without comparing proposals. It is these problems that the online service vindeals solves by allowing each of the parties to get their benefits while not being able to take advantage of the other party. vindeals is the only internet platform of its kind that helps customers who don't like negotiating with a salesman but who are serious about buying a car to get the lowest possible price for a car online. And for salesmen who are not afraid of price competition and are ready to offer the lowest prices, they will find customers and get guarantees that these buyers will come to them. So let's take a closer look at how vindeals works and why when buying a car with vindeals you will no longer have unpleasant thoughts like, what if I could get an even bigger discount? Let's take a look again at the standard stages of the car buying process. It was on purpose that I directed your attention to the stage of the security deposit, which you will be asked to leave in the dealership after you have agreed on the price. Because if we rule everything else out, this part is in fact the main confirmation of your intention to buy this car. Technically, until the moment you have provided a deposit, you can freely withdraw from the deal at any time without any losses. But you don't think about it at all because you really want to buy a new car. However, if in this case your money goes out of your account without any benefit to you, we decided that since you use this money in the buying process anyways, why not make this money work for you? So we slightly changed the process and moved the deposit from the very end of the process to the part right before the price negotiation. This may seem unusual to some of you, and this is true, but only if you look at it from the perspective of the car sales market, because we use such a principle in other areas of our life. For example, I'm sure each of you have booked a hotel online at least once, and you know that after you pick a room and date on the website, you're asked to provide your credit card details. This is not to make sure that you have a card, but in case you don't show up on that date, then the hotel will charge your card the cost of the room that it held for you. But we don't worry about this, because we make a reservation as we are really going to come and we need a hotel room, right? The vindeals service is built on exactly the same principle. Each buyer sets out the conditions for buying a car and then provides a deposit to show that they are really going to buy a car if one of the dealers agrees to accept their terms. Such a principle allows each side to gain its benefits without hurting the other party. Car sellers understand that absolutely every person on the vindeals website is a real car buyer. Now everything depends on whether the salesman is ready to accept the conditions set by you. But we also added an element of competition to our process, and only one seller can get the right to sell your car, the one who offers you the lowest price. In evaluating your price offer, the salesman first of all decides whether it's doable or not. If you ask for a $10,000 discount for a car that costs $20,000, it's obvious that sellers will ignore your offer and pay more attention to offers where the requested discount is big but realistic. Having chosen and evaluated an offer, the salesmen understand that they can provide the discount requested, but they also understand that if they can do it, their competitors can also do it. And this encourages salesmen to search for additional discount if they want to win this fight for the customer. And this creates a huge opportunities for buyers to get the maximum possible discount, which they might never have been able to get if they decided to negotiate for a price themselves. There are a lot of situations when one dealership can give a much bigger discount than another. And many of you, I think, have heard about such situations as all salespeople have monthly plans. and they have to reach their target so they can receive a bonus. And to hit the target, they can give you a bigger discount. And this is true. I think everyone agrees that the motivation of the salesperson who needs only one car to meet his target and get his bonus is much higher than that of the one who needs 5 cars. But how do you find this out if you decide to buy a car personally? You can't visit every dealership and ask each salesperson, how many cars do you need to meet your target? In the case of vindeals, this category of salespeople is the main category of our users, because these sellers themselves are actively looking for ways to make a sale they need. And we are talking about salesmen, but we have managers here too, and their monthly bonuses are much higher, and therefore they are more motivated to make a sale. Also, we could be talking about a whole dealership that needs just one car to get a bonus from the manufacturer, the so-called core money, which can be tens of thousands of dollars. Do you want to know how does this apply to you if you want to buy a new car? Imagine that one of the 4 dealerships in your city needs to sell just one more car to hit the monthly sales target and get a bonus, let's say 30,000 from the manufacturer. If you're buying a car yourself, it's great luck to get into that dealership at such a time. But even if you happen to be in this dealership, believe me, no one will tell you, hey, you're so lucky, we really need to hit our monthly target and we are giving you a big discount because we need this sale so badly. No, they will try to sell you the car as usual. And you may get a big discount eventually, but most likely you will never know that you were in a situation where you could have asked the dealer for an even bigger discount. In a similar situation, but when you use vindeals, your chances of getting a big discount increase significantly. In our example, when evaluating conditions for buying a car that you have posted, this dealership understands that this is a big yet doable discount. According to the rules of vindeals, this dealer will get only one chance to give its price with a discount. And they will be able to get you as a customer only if they offer a price that is lower than that of its competitors. And if the deadlines are tight and the dealer needs only one sale, then they need to offer a price that their competitors can't beat. It may even be below cost because from the dealer's point of view, yes, they might lose $1,000 on one deal, but they will sell the car and get $30,000 bonus by the end of the month. Both you and the dealer benefit in this situation. This is one of the greatest advantages of vindeals. If you decide to buy a car and there is a potential for a super discount somewhere in your city, you will get it. Moreover, when you receive the price for the car, you know for sure that this is the best available offer in your city at the time of the purchase. And the unpleasant feeling of, what if I could get an even bigger discount, will not ruin your pleasure of buying a new car. It is very easy to use vindeals, and as I have already mentioned, it doesn't cost you anything if you really want to buy a car. To keep it short, there are only 3 steps: my car, my terms, my promise. After registration, you enter information about the car you want to buy. Then add your conditions for purchase. For example, you want to buy this car if the payments is $200 a month or less. And the last step is your promise. You provide a deposit to confirm that you will buy a car if one of the sellers agrees to accept your terms. And that's all. After that, your conditions become available online to the car salespeople in your city. The seller who offers the lowest price will receive your contact information, and you will have to finalize the deal with this particular salesman. Having fulfilled this condition, you get your deposit back. The only situation when your deposit can theoretically go to the salesman is when you set your terms, they accept them, but you refuse to come. But why would you do this if you really want to buy a car and get the maximum discount possible, right? In all other cases, using vindeals is completely free for you and provides you with the opportunity to get the maximum discount for the car you have decided to buy. I believe that car buying should be enjoyable, and the amount of the discount you get should not depend on how strong your negotiation skills are. Remember this when you or your friends decide to buy a new car. Thank you for watching, like and share this video with your friends, and enjoy buying your next vehicle.